News coming in at the moment. Trouble is mounting for former Telangana Minister KTR. It is the Enforcement Directorate that has now booked KTR in a money laundering case. Enforcement Directorate case against KTR in Formula E race case. BRS is alleging a conspiracy which is being hatched by the Congress and the BJP. BRS says Enforcement Directorate case against KTR is politically motivated. This is trouble that is now mounting for the former minister in the state of Telangana, KTR. Let's listen into what the BRS has to say on this.
Both BJP and Congress, led by Adani, have filed a case here immediately and with the ED so that they silence KTR by putting him into jail. But we are not going to be afraid at all. We continue to fight on people's issues, be it Musi victims, Hydra victims, or the farmers of Kodangal or Telangana, or the weavers, or the Gurukul students or the youth, and continue to expose the scams of the Congress government.
My colleague Apurva is now joining me on the story. Apurva, the BRS very clear. They are saying that the ED case is politically motivated and pointing fingers not just at the Congress but even at the BJP.
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. In fact, just before the ED case was filed, there had been an ACB case that had been filed against KTR on this very same case, that is the Formula E racing case. And for that as well, yesterday lunch motion had been granted, which had granted an interim relief for KTR for about 1 week, that is until, December 30th, and the case also noted that there wasn't enough sufficient evidence backing the case that had been filed by the government, wherein that was the background with which it had granted the 10 days time for officials not to arrest KTR. That was the conditions that had been put up. In the similar manner, ED also at the simultaneous time had picked up this case from the ACB. In fact, they had asked for the files to be given to them from the ACB as well, and following that, the Enforcement Directorate has filed an ECIR against the former minister and BRS working president KT Ramarao and two others, including senior IAS officers Arvind Kumar and former HMDA chief BNL Reddy. In fact, it has filed under the PMLA Act and the Foreign Exchange Management Act, FEMA. So both cases, that is under the PMLA and under the FEMA, the ED has now registered a case against KTR
right,
as well.
Apurva. Thank you, Apurva, for giving us those details. My colleague putting things in perspective, it is the Enforcement Directorate that has now filed a case against KTR in a Formula E racing case.